for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it how to survive, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete. Your flesh is...
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second. Down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Let's go now. Hiking, 18.
2nd and 9 now. Now he's going to step up and run. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So far far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, you threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
To the right side and intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
They'll run on first down. Blackwell. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Blackwell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for the offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. You talk about this Jets defense. And they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Still fighting for more. Still on his feet. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Go! Back to 60.
Back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Start. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
19 Tiger.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready? Hiking, ace.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blackwell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Jets, first down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Blackwell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Tanner. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now 3rd down and 7.
60 by 6.
Operating from the gun. Trailer. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On the jump. Here we go. Shot. 68.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Up the middle they go. Blackwell. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Off the play fake. Trailer. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out to the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Buccaneers 7.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone. And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Hey, check that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Blackwell. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Operating from the gun. Trailer. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready, check. Here we go, here we go. Happy Lions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw. Trailer. He finds his man. Complete. That's Peters. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lawson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Cowboy.
2nd and 3. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now. Ready.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Blackwell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Start.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lawson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lawson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
They'll go with the keeper. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Blackwell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Up the middle they go. Blackwell. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Operating from the gun. Trailer. He finds his man. Complete. It's Peters. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Trailer. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Trailer. And he's caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Ready, set.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Blackwell. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is trying to get to the quarterback, trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Mason Taylor, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Buccaneers, 18. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Inside the 20. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's awesome. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run on first down. Blackwell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Stack. Ready, ready.
Off play action. Trailer. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
As the score, Jets 42, Buccaneers 18.
unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.